Dave.
Ian.
Hello, apexadjacent. We're doing this. Okay. So, do you ever get like through the eyes of your partner, like a reflection of yourself back that you're not thrilled about?
My obsession, hoarding, and craziness has been reflected back to me. Yeah. Yeah.
So this evening, myself and my wonderful family, we walked through our neighborhood to go get some tacos for dinner. And we were sitting where we started playing, like my 9-year-old was like, I'm thinking of a number. Guess the number I'm thinking of. And then it was, I'm thinking of a color. And then we all had to take turns doing that.
Sure.
And it came to be my turn, and we were doing guess the color. And I was like, I got a glint in my eye, and I was like,
no.
I've got a color idea. And Jenny, my loving and long-suffering wife, without missing a beat, like picks up her drink and goes, "Is it tornado red?" And it was. That's the color of my Volkswagen, for anyone who doesn't know.
That's the color of some of your Volkswagen.
Yeah. Yeah. So you learn something about yourself, and then you don't care for
it. See, I think you just need to own that, Ian. I think you just need to own that. I love that. I love that you guys finish each other's sandwiches. Yeah,
yes.
That is adorable. That is adorable.
But just the tiredness in her voice when she said it.
Yes. Yeah, I can see it now. Yes. Yeah, I can hear the tone.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey, it's better that your Volkswagenitis gets thrown back at you than I don't know, than other things, right?
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
I think that there's like an element of like our obsessions that we hope is just endearing.
Right.
Right. Yep. We're kind of like, we're banking on that.
Right. Yeah. It's not even a hope. It's just like it was.
Yeah.
If it isn't, I don't know what to tell you.
Right. Like at some point in our lives, like we're going to be uttering to our spouses, like, at least I don't do cocaine.
Right. Yeah. At least like I don't do whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. As we've brought home like the Facebook marketplace find of the week. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think the opposite is true too? Do you think that there's people for whom like they're going, like their spouse is constantly going through their phone and finding like inappropriate messages and stuff, and they're being like, hey, at least I don't own like a semi-broken Volkswagen. You're right. That's true.
At least I'm not looking for Maserati Quattroportes on Craigslist.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah. And then the spouse just like has the drink like Jenny is like, I can't get chlamydia from a Maserati Quattroporte.
Well, they have not been shopping at the same marketplaces that we have, apparently.
And why are you visiting Planned Parenthood today?
Bought a Maserati.
Oh, get the penicillin.
Yeah. And the tetanus.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, I like that. I like that the shoe could be on the other foot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. There are decisions, Ian. They are our decisions.
Yes. Yep. Yes, they are. And they're fantastic.
Speaking of our decisions, have you decided to emissions test your VW yet?
I was out of town.
There's no excuse.
I was out of town. I've been out of town. I just got back. A few days ago. No, I was gone all last week.
Yeah. Okay. Should we talk about it? Do you want to get into it now?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay.
I went to Las Vegas for work. And while I was there, I visited our friend of the show, Mental from Everyone Racers. He invited me on to another podcast that he's involved with called Bid Nerds, and I got to be on that show. So go check that out. They run a pretty tight ship over there.
Okay.
It's a very professional operation, and I definitely sullied the whole thing by using the phrase "finger banged in a ranchero." So I maybe listen to a different episode, the one that I'm not on. But it's a fun show. They take interesting like car auctions that are on like Bring a Trailer or Cars and Bids or P-Car, and they try to guess what they're going to go for.
Okay. Okay.
Which is
like what the
just
final result will be. Okay.
Right. And so they like kind of analyze, well, this is what the market is doing. This is what they used to do. And they're definitely very Porsche heavy.
Oh, okay.
A bit of a Porsche focus over there. And I think mostly like European cars. But it was a lot of fun, and they know their stuff. And again, they didn't like throw me out when I said finger banged in a ranchero. He did put his head, John, who's the host, did put his head in his hands when I said that. He was like sitting across the table from me, and I was like, my work here is done.
The apex adjacent stank has gotten on you.
But yeah, so I had a great time.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I Bid Nerds, so go check that out. It's a cool format too because they're interactive. So they have you can interact. They do YouTube Live, so you can actually play along.
Okay.
With the show, which is kind of a cool,
a
cool twist.
Okay, nice. Yeah, we'll put a link to their podcast and the YouTube channel in our description. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I went with Mental. He is babysitting right now. He is car sitting for a friend of his in California who I think is like having some work done in their house or something. A 95 Porsche 911 C2 Carrera 2.
Really?
And guess who got to drive it?
Really?
This guy. So I have a picture of it in the current show folder.
Okay.
It's 95-C2.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's
Here
beautiful.
We go.
This is the first.
Oh, look at that.
This is the first time I've ever driven an air-cooled Porsche.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I don't think you've ever driven an air-cooled Porsche. Yeah.
No, I've driven 911s. I've driven lots of Boxsters.
Yeah.
I've never driven an air-cooled Porsche before.
Oh my God.
So this was like a big thing. And, it was just around Las Vegas. So it wasn't like, I wasn't hitting any mountain roads or anything. And also I was very much aware in the back of my mind that this is not even a friend's car. This is a friend of a friend's car.
Right. Yeah.
And worth as much as my house. So I should probably be very, very gentle with it.
Wow, Ian.
But it was a lot of fun. Like I got to take it up on the highway, and it just it was very easy to drive.
Okay.
It was not hard to drive at all.
Okay.
The reverse lockout was a little tricky. That was the only thing that I found tricky about it. And honestly, the driving experience was not, I think maybe Porsche people will not enjoy me saying this. It wasn't a million miles off of a nice Saab.
Okay. Explain yourself.
Everything had like a solidity to it. Like everything felt very solid in a way that like a lot of other cars from this era don't, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
And the shifter feel is very Saab. It's cable. It's all everything's cable operated and stuff like that. Okay. The clutch it's a cliche, but it is weird to get used to the floor hinged clutch.
Oh,
thing.
Okay. I didn't know they had floor hinged clutches.
It's a floor hinged cable operated clutch.
So you got to like put some calf work into it.
No, it's not really hard. It just feels weird.
Okay, you're so used to like it pivoting from above.
Yes.
Okay.
But it took me 2 or 3 operations of the clutch to forget about it.
Okay.
And then I got home and got in my car and I was like, oh, what's wrong with the clutch? Oh, I'm a Porsche person now. What's wrong with this thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome. And I get why they're expensive.
Yeah.
I don't quite get why they're that expensive.
Right. Yeah.
But they are very nice. It's pretty legit awesome. And the interior is fucking great. Like,
okay. I was going to ask like how like you meshed with the vehicle. I just assumed like Venom's symbiotic suit, like you just were absorbed into this car.
Yeah, it was one of those things. It kind of annoyed me that it suited me that well because I know I can never ever afford to have one. But
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was lovely. And I'm very grateful to Mental and his friend who told him, let people drive this. This is meant to be enjoyed, that sort of thing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, very appreciative of the opportunity to drive this thing.
That's fantastic.
It was fun. Yeah, and I didn't break anything, and I didn't stall it, and yeah. So I'm sure Mental was like, "Why is he going so slow?" But I was just so like, $100,000 car, $100,000 car, $100,000.
Hey, yeah. You know, I'm right there with you, Grandpa mode driving initially, right? Yeah, for sure.
Yep. But the other thing that I got to do while I was there with Mental was on Friday, my flight was late and I couldn't get an earlier one.
Okay.
So we went to the go-kart track.
I was going to ask. But before we get to the go-kart track, I just want to ask you a couple questions about the Porsche real quick, if we could.
Yeah.
Because I'm super fascinated with this. Yeah. So given that it is like, I think it lines up very well with our whole thing of like, the best, like statistics wise and stuff like that, is not the thing that we usually want. Like this is a thing that we gravitate towards because of like the magic of it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about like people that take these and do like RWB conversions and stuff like that? Like, how do you feel about like kind of this kind of specific car going over to like a highly modded version, or like, you know, like what the Porsche purists would call like ruining them? Like, did it change your perspective on any of that? Like, and to be honest, I don't know what your perspective was before you drove something like that. So I'd be interested to hear kind of both ends.
Yeah, I don't really care about people doing that sort of stuff to these cars. Like, it's not like they're that rare.
Okay.
You know, like there's not a ton of them, but like there's a lot of these still on the road.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I think I would rather see somebody. I mean, it's not my taste. This, whatever this is.
Yeah. The RWB. Yeah.
Yeah, the RWB stuff, and I've seen these before, but like, I wouldn't do this, and I don't want to own one of these. But at the same time, if it's a choice between this and you use it, or it sits in a garage and never gets driven because you think it's an investment, I'd rather you do this. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, if you're preserving it but not driving it, then what are you preserving it for? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. Yeah.
So as long as they're being used, I don't really care what they do with them.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, it's potential energy that never sees the light of day, right? Right.
And there's like, you know, there's Porsche people who get upset about Singer and all of that, too, right? So like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
That's an interesting point, though. Like, so what do you like? Given that you've had like a very Porsche factory experience from this era, what would you extrapolate out to be like the Singer experience in your head?
Oh, I can't even imagine. Because this is a C2, so just a regular Carrera.
Yeah.
So not even an S. And the only mod it had was an exhaust.
Okay.
So it was pretty much a stock experience. I think. I mean, I get it. I would get wanting more out of it. Like,
Sure.
Yeah. But like I said, I think the danger to the Porsche enthusiast now is people treating them as investments and not things to be enjoyed. It's speculators, right?
Yeah.
And people who just keep them in their garage.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bigger danger to Porsche ownership potential more than people putting small blocks in them or doing whatever the hell they want with them.
Okay. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I appreciate your perspective on that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What about, have you ever been a Porsche like person, like something that you've wanted or just been intrigued by, or?
Absolutely intrigued. Yeah. I knew a guy that had an 84 911. Mm-hmm. And my friend, like, you know, the middle person, like my mental in this scenario, right, was 6'3", and he couldn't fit in it at all. And he was like, I talked to him about it when his friend had picked up the Porsche, and he was like, yeah, so-and-so got a Porsche, and I could never own one. He was like, I just can't fit. And so he was disappointed because like that was the one like that he really wanted, like a Porsche from that era. And so I mean, other than knowing that it's going to be a logistic space issue, like a fitment issue with the human element in a classic Porsche, you know, I'm super intrigued though. Would absolutely love to drive it. Yeah.
So this is a 993, the one that I drove, and I bet you would fit in it. Because this was a sunroof car, and there was tons of room in it.
Okay. Yeah.
And the seating position that's the part of the reason that I also said like it's kind of Saab-like is the seating position is very like upright.
Oh, okay.
And even just like the where the steering wheel is and where the gear shift is, it's all very Saab-ish.
Okay.
The pedals are really not in front of you.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think you would fit. Honestly, I think you would fit in a 993 because this is bigger than, I don't know what is it 964, the mid 80s ones that your friend would have had.
Yeah.
But yeah, you probably would fit in that.
Okay. Yeah. I would love to experience it sometime. Never driven a Porsche myself. Yeah.
Yeah. It was very cool.
Yeah. PETA took a ride in one of the super fast guys at Autocross in his Porsche during the test and tune. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, but he loved it. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm very jealous of your experience. That's so great, Ian.
Yeah, I was pretty psyched about it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And whose 914 is that in the back there?
That's Mental's.
That's nice. Okay, did you drive that at all?
I did not. No, I just drove the 911, which is again over the moon that I got to drive it because I've never driven an air-cooled Porsche before. So very cool.
That's awesome, man. That's so great. Have you driven any other air-cooled cars ever?
I drove a Beetle very brief, very, very short, like around the block sort of thing one time.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
What about you?
Ridden in a Beetle. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be it. I don't think I've been in the bus or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be it.
Nice. Yeah. You don't remember being in a Volkswagen bus because the massive dose of LSD that you took. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's it. For sure.
Nice, man. Okay, so tell me about this karting.
Yes, so it was a place called Speed Vegas.
Okay.
I had never been there. Mental had never been there. It was like a new location for them. They had been at a different place and they relocated last year or something.
Okay.
But it was pretty good. The karts, first of all, had electric starters.
Oh.
Which was one really nice when you're in the pits and you're not having like a sweaty teenager going like, and like trying to start the thing. However, it did occur to me about 3/4 of the way through my first lap, like, wonder how much that weighs.
Okay.
Right? Like, I wonder how much faster this would be without it.
Without a starter motor. Yeah.
The carts had these are like the Sodi carts or whatever. The clutches are very rubber bandy.
Oh, really?
Like you put your foot down and it's like, like,
okay.
Remember when we would do the outdoor places and the clutches would get weak in those?
Yes.
It's sort of what these felt like, but I think it was like on purpose. Like I think they have very like durable but pliable clutches or something.
Okay, gotcha.
So it took me a while to figure out that the best thing to do is to just like get any slowing down done early and then just mash the throttle because it's going to take a while.
Sure, yeah.
For the clutch to engage.
Yeah.
So that was fun to kind of adapt to that. But yeah, they were both like, when we got there, of course we were like, what's the fast time?
Right. Yeah.
And they're like, well, it's your first time here. A fast time is like a 41.
Okay.
And then we were just like instantly low 40s, like a 40 point, whatever. Mental could only stay for a couple races. My flight was pretty late in the day, and I didn't do any gambling while I was there.
Sure.
So instead, I did 3 more races and got down to a 39.9.
Nice, buddy.
I had the fast time of the day, and like both Mental and I were on like the top 5 of the week.
Hell yeah.
Thing, which is awesome. Like anytime you can go, and it was a Friday.
Okay.
So, pretty good.
Yeah, I want to. Oh, yeah, there's the course. Okay, nice. Some straightaways. Okay, and yeah, some punishment if you do not manage that clutch.
Yes, it was pretty. This like interior section was really pretty technical.
Okay.
And then the thing that's crazy is like, when you get to a new track, the thing that's the hardest, especially rental carts, I think, is traffic management.
Yeah.
Because you don't know the spots.
Right. To reel people in, to set them up for later.
Them up.
Yeah.
And so the last heat I did, I was with some randos who, there's no other way to say it, fucking sucked.
Okay.
God, there was the type, like the type of guys that like, you pass them, like I would pass them going into a corner, and then they would just dive bomb the shit out of me.
Okay.
Like into the same corner, which I just caught and passed. I came from nowhere.
Right.
Appeared out of nowhere.
Right.
And then they're like, well, I'm going to get them on this one. I'm like, no, I'm not. That's why I'm faster than you, is because you went too fast into every single. Anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I had one guy in particular, like I passed him. He dive bombed me up the inside, hit me. And then I tried to get around him and he blocked me. And I was like, oh
God. Yes, because that's how racing works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I found a spot where I could set him up by like up and undering him, so that way I would be on the inside for the next corner. And then I just got alongside him, and then I just slowly drove him towards the wall. And it's just like very calmly. There wasn't like sawing at the wheel or anything like that.
Right.
But I set a line. And I was just going that way. And I'm just like, I'm going to wait for you to back out of it.
Right.
Because this is going to go fine for me. It's up to you how this goes for you.
Right. Yeah.
And I had to do one of those.
Gotcha.
Because otherwise he just would have kept coming back to me.
Right.
Leroy Jenkins style into every single corner.
Right. Yes. That making it fun for everyone involved.
Right. Whereas I was just like, if you just give me one corner.
Right.
I will be out of your life forever.
Exactly. Yeah. And hey, guess what? Maybe you could follow someone that's faster than you and figure something out.
Right.
Yeah.
Put your testosterone down for a second.
Right. I love the blocking. Like it's like fucking Rocket League. Like pinning you against the wall is going to win a race. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And whatever. And you can always tell the people that do that, like, don't know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, I'm gonna make your life miserable now, man. And I don't want to, but
yeah. this is
have to.
going to happen, right? Yeah.
And then I had the same thing happen again, and I was on this by the last bit of the last heat. I kind of figured some stuff out about where people were slow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that's the hard part is
pick up where they're overdriving and making mistakes. Yeah.
Right. So you can set them up.
Right.
And so I had to do the same thing again on the interior section. And I figured out a spot where if I could just stay around the outside of somebody for one corner, I would have the next 4 corners on the inside.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was when I unlocked that, I was like, oh, you motherfuckers are done.
Nice.
So man. I was pretty pleased with myself on that one.
Nice, dude.
But yeah, I love going to new cart places, and when I do well at a new cart place, it's very satisfying.
That's awesome, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But Mental and I were very close. I think the laps that we did, we were about 2/10 apart. Okay. And then after he left, I improved a bit, but it's fun also it's great to go someplace new with somebody who's also fast.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. That's so great, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So tons of fun.
Oh yeah. Remember when you went to the UK and you went karting?
Yeah.
Right. And you won an award. They gave you a little plaque,
which didn't exist. It wasn't a real award,
right?
So
you got it anyway.
Do you want me to tell the story? Is that what?
Yes, because I was going through storage and I was cleaning up some Rubbermaid bins and like consolidating some stuff, and I came across this.
Oh, so that's hilarious.
Yeah. So tell the story. Yeah.
Okay, so my wife and I have been married since the Coolidge administration. And so one thing that we figured out works for us when we go on vacation is we'll do a day apart. So we'll do we were in London, and so this was going to be our day apart. And she went to some museums and did a tea service and did some shopping. And then we had like a dinner date at night, right?
Right.
So we met back up, which is a great thing to do when you're traveling. I can't recommend it enough. I went records shopping and to the go-kart track and went and had a beer and stuff. It was nice. It was fantastic. But I went to the go-kart place and it was like, I don't know if people just don't go to the go-kart track by themselves in the UK or what, but I just showed up, and I think it was mostly work groups there.
Sure.
And so they didn't quite know what to do with me. And so
we got a single.
Yeah, they just put me in my own heat by myself, a couple of heats by myself. And so I think I did 3 races or something. And I did 1 or 2. I did the first one by myself. Oh, that's what it was. I did the first 2 by myself, and then I was talking to the guy who was the kid who was working there. And he was asking what's the deal? What are you doing?
Right.
It's you seem like you're pretty fast. Why are you by yourself? And I just told him the whole thing. I'm visiting and I like to go karting. And I asked him can you race with me? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. And then he got really cocky and he was like, well, you're not going to catch me. I was like, well, I'd like to try to learn the line or whatever, So I played it that way. I was like, I'll just learn the line from you. And this was one of those multi-level ones. So there was ramps, and then it went down into a basement where there was tile. And so you went from pretty grippy concrete to a wood ramp and then to tile. So
surface changes.
Yeah, so that was pretty wild. So you had to kind of learn the surface changes as well. And I followed him for a couple of laps, and then I just noticed he was overcooking the section in the tile every lap. So I just set it up and sent it down the inside of the tile. And you're sliding through. There's nothing you can do but slide.
Right.
And so you're going pretty slow. And as I'm passing him, it's total slow motion. I see him look over at me and I can hear him go, no! And then I just disappeared. And he flipped out. He was like, never has a customer passed me. It's certainly not there, he was just like going on, and he was like, I need to give you something. And so he gave me like a trophy that they had for like corporate events when you're like, whoever wins the office race gets a parking spot for a month or whatever. Right. Like, yeah. This is what you're getting instead of a raise this year.
Yeah. A clear lucite plaque. Yeah.
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 And so he gave me an award.
I love how it that story is very similar to like stories that my friend Ed will tell. Like, like he'll just mention like something will come up and he'll be like, oh yeah, like, I used to know those guys, and it turns out it was Fugazi.
Right.
Oh yeah, I went to London and I went karting with the employees and I won an award. Like you just say it so nonchalantly.
Well, because I didn't actually win an award. It wasn't a real award or anything. It was just I impressed one 17-year-old kart track worker.
But I think you and I both know that whether or not a 17-year-old kart track worker approves of us or not is very important to our self-esteem.
It's more important than I would like to admit. I'll say that.
Okay. It carries some weight. Some weight. Yes.
I mean, I was definitely thrilled with myself, but I also I'm not going to pretend that it means anything whatsoever.
Right. Yes. You're not braggadocious. Yes.
No, it's a funny story though, because, what did you do while you were in London?
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna put it up on my little shelf up here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna ask you if you wanted it back, but I would assume you don't. Yeah.
No, not really. I forgot about that, honestly. Completely.
I did too until I came across it. I was like, what is Ian's award. Yep.
It's really funny.
Love it. Nice, man. Okay. All right. Well, what else you want to talk about tonight, buddy?
Well, I have My Eyes. I've seen things.
Okay.
I have a license plate game. You have a game.
I do.
And I have an album of the week. So what do you want to do next? I've been talking a lot.
How about we do listener My Eyes?
Okay.
And then we do your My Eyes and chop through some other stuff.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So this is the one that I tried to show, but had to cut out of the previous episode because I didn't save the picture correctly.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So our dear friend Dana down in Florida sent us wonderful things. One of the many wonderful things that he sent us was a Beep Beep I'm a Big Boy. So Ian, I'd like to show you the Beep Beep I'm a Big Boy. And then I'm going to see if you agree with the official Dana Beep Beep I'm a Big Boy rating scale sound that I've decided that this goes to. All right, tell the people what you see, Ian.
This is a Ford Super Duty F250, probably.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
With some very big wheels and some very dramatic underglow in the wheel wells, it looks like, or in the wheels.
Yeah. Have you seen this trend?
I have not.
Okay. So this is, so we'll get to that. But first of all, this is the one that I picked. Beep, beep, I'm a big boy. The fancy highfalutin.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I gotta say, the thing that, I know it's Florida, so they don't have to worry about like salt and stuff like that,
right?
As much like like wintertime salt. But you're really showing off the underside of your vehicle a lot with this sort of underglow. I feel like with other underglow, it's more like illuminating the pavement underneath you,
right?
But with this setup, it's like if your differential is dirty, people are going to be like, well, what's this guy?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're putting makeup on everything, like except the zits, right?
Yeah. It is weird. It is weird. Because it's nighttime and it does make the top of the car harder to see.
Yes. Yes, it does.
The part of the car that's styled.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what these are. They are circular lights that go around like on a bracket from like the brake caliper mounting that like actually goes, that is set. Like if you look at the brake caliper, it's set kind of outside of it like a concentric circle.
Oh, so it's not on the wheel. It's on the around the hub, basically.
I think there's a couple different ways to skin this cat, and one is like around the brake disc or the hub, and then
this very important cat of how do I illuminate my wheels.
Yes, and then the other one is lights inside the wheel wells shining down as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean,
sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess. It seems harmless. I think, I hope everything else on the car is done.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious, like, what it does for visibility. Like, does it affect your view as a driver?
I don't think so. Mainly because it's fairly local. I saw a truck. I was driving back from up north at night. I was driving south on 25. I saw a truck coming north with this on it. And it was very bright, but like it didn't distract me. I was just like, oh, there's one of those weirdos with wheel lights.
Yeah. I mean, it seems relatively harmless.
Right.
Like,
oh, here's a better view. Here you go. Of how that all fits in. But yeah.
I do think it's funny. Like, it is so funny the ways in which, we all are just doing shit differently, because like the mass here, unsprung mass, is something that like you're really trying to eliminate if you're in our corner of the car world, right?
Right.
And here they're like, you know what? Let's put a bunch of light bulbs in there.
Right.
Let's put some batteries unsprung.
Yes, and the biggest of big chrome wheels. Yeah. But hey,
it's less obnoxious than the fucking burble tune that drives past my house every day. So
yeah, true. Yeah. It's less obnoxious than somebody two-stepping and shooting flames out of the back of their used Audi.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
So not for me, but go forth.
Yeah. You do you.
Light up your wheel wells. Honestly, I don't think I've never had a car, and probably will never have a car with wheel wells clean enough to show off. So.
See, that's the thing. If you make it so bright, and this is something you could adopt for your Volkswagen. If you make those lights so bright, they can't see how dirty your car is. You're just a blinding white light. Yeah. They're gonna see distant relatives calling to them.
I'm going to go on a limb. I'm actually going to say that this would be a killer thing to do for lemons.
Yes.
Mostly because it's pretty good work light.
Yeah, it's a fantastic work light.
Yeah, for when you inevitably break down and you need to find something at night underneath the car.
Yeah, look at the visibility you have, right? Yeah.
I want to know, would this be allowed in lemons?
Right. Especially during the 24-hour race where you're actively preventing somebody from hitting you just because you're constantly screaming, here I am.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if this would pass tech in lemons. We need someone to tell us.
Yeah. Phone a friend, Ian.
Yeah.
So, and of course it's called Freedom Lighting Supply. Okay.
Why not?
Yep. Because life is a South Park episode, but yeah. Yep. Okay. Yep. I like that. Established in 2022. Well, yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So thank you, Dana, for the highfalutin beep beep. I'm a big boy.
I like it. Beep beep. I'm a visible boy.
Yeah. Exactly. Nice.
I do like that they did this, but they smoked their taillights.
Yes. I want light, just not those.
Not the ones that are important for safety. I want
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yeah. You know. Better than rolling coal, I guess, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. 100% better than rolling coal. Yeah.
Oh, I can name lots of way worse mods.
Exactly.
Some of which I own.
That you have implemented.
Yeah. Great.
Nice.
I'm in favor of this one. I've gone from to yes.
Okay.
In the course of this conversation.
Do you think that like kind of gets like the like, yeah, I'm a big boy kind of beep beep, or do you still think highfalutin's the appropriate one? Do you want to hear the yeah, I'm a big boy?
Yeah, let's hear that one.
Okay, let me see if this is it.
Look at me. Beep, beep. I'm a big boy.
Yeah, I might get that one.
I think that's it.
Look at me. Look at me. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Dana. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Dana. Good. This is great.
Yep. Okay. All right. So what are your my eyes, Ian?
I saw something today.
Okay.
In my neighborhood. It's just one of those cars that when you see it very, very clean.
Uh-huh. And
I haven't seen one, certainly not in this condition. I don't think I've seen one period for 20 years.
Oh.
It's in the current show folder.
Okay. I think I know what it is.
Titled Cavalier. And wait until you see. I want to get your live reaction to the color of it.
Okay. All right. Here we go. We're dropping it in. All right. Oh, it's the yellow. Yes, the yellow Cavalier. It is the convertible yellow with like the red stripe on that like black molded body line.
It's the yellow, like if you've ever like made a sandwich at home and mixed mayo and mustard together.
Uh-huh.
It's that yellow.
Yeah.
But look how incredibly clean this thing is.
This is insane, Ian.
I also took a look at the interior. The interior is like mint.
What the hell is this person doing?
I don't know.
Wow. The convertible top looks amazing.
Yeah.
And all the plastics look like really nicely black and unfaded from the harsh UV rays of Colorado.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, the bow ties come off.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you know, there's a little paint chip on the hood. That's just where, like, when they open the hood, like it hit him in the mouth or something.
Yeah, it catches something.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. When you see something from this era, because these were not great cars.
No, they were terrible.
Objectively, they were terrible. But when you see something from this era that clean, you really got to admire it. That's wild.
It's a whole cycle, right? Because you go, oh wow, it's one of those. Yeah. And then you go, oh my God, it's so clean. And then you go, why?
Right.
Why does this exist? Why is this still so clean?
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, those wheels, or hubcaps, whatever they were. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The basket weave or the wire-ish wheels.
Yeah.
Wow. They have snow tires on it, Ian.
Yeah, it looks like it gets driven.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. The paint looks amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't get over it. Like,
yeah.
It was just, I was shocked when I saw it.
Yeah. That's so weird. Ian, yeah.
I have some weird cars in my neighborhood. Because remember I had that Daihatsu.
You have some great cars in your neighborhood.
Yeah. There's also like a Buick Riviera.
Mm-hmm.
No, Regatta.
Regatta, yeah.
Regatta that parks near my house.
Yeah, I have seen that.
And every time I see it,
or is it the Rietta?
Rietta, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the Rietta.
Yeah. It's in like that light blue down there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
That one right there.
Right? Wow.
So weird.
Mm-hmm. Right? Maui blue was the color. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Odd car. But hey, Yeah, almost looks like a Plymouth Laser.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that in there. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah, or Oldsmobile Cutlass. Huh.
Yeah.
Wild.
I want a lemons one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice, man. Okay. Okay. Good
What?
eyes, Ian.
Thank you. Thank you. What else do we got?
Well, I think I'd like to pilot a new game for you.
Okay.
Okay. This is kind of based on some of the things that we were talking about in our last episode, where we were talking about like Craigslist selfies when people are selling their cars.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yes. I am pleased to announce, as of tonight, just like, I don't know, minutes before we started recording, our good buddy Brian has already submitted one. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, Brian. Yep. That's going in the hopper. I think I have a second that I saw earlier.
Okay.
That I need to snag some screenshots of just because just in case it goes away. But yeah, so looking for like a weird couple in a bar. I'm looking for a third. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So this game is kind of based, or is just a hop from that. Okay.
Okay. And what Dave is referring to, for anyone who doesn't remember, was we saw some Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist posts, and Dave had commented on the phenomenon of people posting selfies as one of the pictures of the car. So like they're in the foreground of the car that they're selling.
Yeah. Or sitting in the car.
Or sitting in the car. And I said it would be a good game to isolate the person from that picture and then try to match it to the listing.
Yep. So yeah. So
if you come across Facebook Marketplace posts or Craigslist posts that have selfie photos in them, text them to 720-515-1391.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, exactly. I am so excited to get some of those. Yeah, because I'm really looking forward to photo sharding out, divorced dads and their New Balances from Corvette ads.
Yes.
I will say earlier today, I had a little bit of time to kill. I did go through approximately 50 or so Craigslist Corvette ads, clicking on every single picture to see if there was a selfie there.
That's great.
Yeah. So not yet, but so this game is a little bit of a hop from that. Okay. This game is called Sexy Unicorn. Okay. So here's what I did. I typed 3 terms into Craigslist. Okay. I typed sexy.
DTF.
DTF, yeah. Ginger looking to get chlamydia. Yeah. So I typed sexy. Okay. I typed unicorn, and I typed not in a rush to sell or something along those lines. Okay. And I sorted by price. Okay. So the most expensive car from each of those search terms, okay, I snagged a screenshot of. So I want you to tell me, Ian, which car you think correlates with the term.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
It's gonna gel as soon as you see it here. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So here you go. So this is it. Okay. So one term is not in a rush to sell, the other is sexy, and the other is unicorn. I need you to tell me which car had sexy, which one had unicorn, and which one they were not in a rush to sell. These are screenshots, so I can't click through the pictures, but yeah, tell the folks what you see.
Okay. So we've got a 2021 GMC Sierra 1500 with so many more descriptors that
it's like the one we drove. Yeah.
Right. Yep. For $69,950 for our used pickup truck.
Right.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know. Okay. There's upgrades, whatever. Okay. $70,000.
Right.
For a used pickup.
A used pick 'em up truck, Ian.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
And then we've got a 2021 wide body Charger Scat Pack, which, to be honest, the one of these to have is this.
Right.
This whole, like the Challengers, the whatever.
Yep.
the Charger wide body Scat Pack, that is the sweet spot.
It is.
I really feel like it is.
Yeah, we drove the Challenger wide body Scat Pack and loved it.
Yes.
Yeah.
For $55,000.
Yep.
Which is apparently $15,000 less than a used pickup.
Yeah.
From the same year. That's
right.
Insane.
Right.
Okay, and then we've got an E350 Quigley 4x4 van. Is that like a well-known conversion?
I don't know. I'm not familiar. But it's highly customized. It looks like it's like very, very capable of camping and living out of it. Like that van has like a tiled backsplash for the sink with like the tile behind on my coffee bar. That thin, like with glass and stuff mixed in. Yeah, it's got that kind of tile on its backsplash.
Yeah. Also, $65,000.
Right. So, Ian.
Man, this is tough. So one of them is not in a rush to sell. One of them is sexy, and one of them is unicorn.
Yeah, they actually used those exact terms in their ads. And there's no cross-pollination here.
Right.
Okay. And Craigslist will let you do quotes to nail down specific phrasing. Facebook Marketplace fucking doesn't. So, yeah.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Okay. Man, I'm also just blown away by the very artful, grass in the foreground picture.
Right. Yes. This person wants you to know that they care for their lawn. Yeah. Yeah. Ian's referring to the lawn in the wide body Charger Scat Pack picture. It's like 2/3 lawn, 1/3 car. In the picture.
It's a picture of their grass and their car happens to be in it.
I can tell you right now, they need to sharpen their mower blade. Those white tips, man. Yeah. Get on that. Get a sharpener. It's like $18 on Amazon, man. Yeah.
Man, this is pretty hard, I feel.
Okay. Yeah.
So the thing that's really, I think, throwing me off is this pickup truck. I am blown away by the price on that.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, I don't know enough about these trucks to know if it's possible for one of them to be a unicorn because they all look exactly the fucking same to me.
Sure.
There's upgrades. I think, honestly, I think these are in order. I think not in a rush to sell is up top. Sexy, I think, describes the Charger more than any other car.
Okay.
And unicorn, I think, could be the van because I think obviously it's customized, like it's super custom. So it's a one of a kind, which seems to be unicorn.
Okay. All right.
That's where my head's at.
Okay. All right. I want to lock answers in. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm locking it. I'm feeling good about it.
Okay. All right. Here we go, Ian. Here's the answers. And I took screenshots of the text in the ads so that we can look at them. So, all right. Up top, it is actually sexy for the truck. Sexy. I was going to ask you if it referred to it as sexy beast, if that would have changed your answer. $70,000. You're so upset. Upset.
I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah. This is really hitting you hard. Yeah. I mean, I've accepted that trucks are just fucking Lexus LSs that can tow tons of shit. So,
well, I know that new trucks are outrageously expensive, but my assumption was that they depreciated, like a Maybach.
Nope. They do not.
But that's insane.
Yeah, it is.
And especially these, because they're just some truck.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like it's a Raptor or like there's not like anything like special really about it.
No, I mean, they say they have 20,000 worth of performance upgrades in this thing that make it a sexy beast. But
Okay, well,
Jesus
you've
Christ.
wasted $20,000 then.
Exactly.
That's what that means. That's what we all know that means.
You're right. Right. Yeah. Blank of upgrades. Yeah. That should be another term. Yeah. 20K worth of upgrades. I'm going to use that as a future term. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Worth of upgrades.
Yeah. Yep. And then we have the Scat Pack. This one is
not in a rush to sell.
Yep. So, yep. I don't use it, and I'm going to purchase a truck. You know what? You should talk to the guy right upstairs in this ad, right? Yeah. And then lastly, the van. Yeah.
So this is unicorn.
Yeah. It says, I know the word unicorn gets used a lot, but to the Ford E-Series fans, this one truly is. So this one must be special, and we're just not familiar with it. It started out life as a rescue unit for a small volunteer fire department. So not your sit and idle big city ambulance. Power windows, doors, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and I mean, it's got crazy tile backsplash and, bed and all that stuff. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think like parquet floors or, hardwood floors. Yeah. So, You know what I want impacting my gas mileage? Mortar on tile.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I understand the price of that more than I do the pickup truck.
Right. Yes. Yeah. This is like that E350 Quigley van is the thing that like you would say is half the price of a Sprinter van overland setup and 1/100th of the maintenance costs.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because those parts have to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean, I think honestly, that's probably a deal. It's kind of a deal. If the interior is well done.
Right.
To the standard that some of these Sprinter vans around here are.
Yes.
Because I mean, you can spend $100,000 on a Sprinter van.
Oh, easy.
Without breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I walked into just like one that they just had out at I can't even remember where it was. It's over off of 6th down by Kipling. I just walked into one and there was a $115,000 sticker on it. Yeah. And it wasn't even crazy on the inside. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, that's not bad for that. Yeah. And the wide body seems like a little, like that's probably pushing it for that.
Yeah.
A little bit, but not crazy out of the ballpark. But fuck off with that pickup truck, man.
Right.
That annoys me.
Yeah. I'm sorry to cause you some grief over.
Well, what was the sticker on the one that we drove? The sticker on the one that we drove was like $75,000 or something, right? It wasn't.
I thought it was 80. Higher. Yeah.
But it wasn't much higher than this.
Not a lot, but yeah.
Yeah. There's no way that's a real price that they're going to get for that.
I don't know, man. Trucks be nuts. So there you go, Ian. There's the inaugural issuance of Sexy Unicorn.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. That's a good one.
Yeah. We'll see if it sticks around. Yeah. I think it's all going to depend on what Pappy Craigslist can provide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I really needed to evaluate the photos more.
Okay, we can do that. We'll do that in future iterations.
Well, no, I'm saying that I didn't go deep enough into the photo. Like if they went out of their way to drive it to Mile Stadium, whatever.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Okay.
$20,000 worth of upgrades. Jesus Christ.
I think what I may do is for this game, I may implement a hint system that will minus like half a point. Okay. Right. And so like if I had told you sexy, the word that comes after it in the ad is beast, right? Then that would be a half point deduction. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Yeah. I like making games for you.
I think if you had told me one of these has $20,000 worth of upgrades or performance upgrades to it, I really would have broke my brain trying to figure out which one it was.
Right. Scat Pack or pickup truck. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yep.
Or van. I mean, like it could be any of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
nice job. Nice job, buddy. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right.
What do you think? Do you want to do a license plate game, or should we save it for next week?
I think we can save it if you want to hit him up with an album. Yeah.
Let's save it. Let's do an album.
Okay.
So, my album of the week this week is something that I just picked up knowing nothing about it.
Okay.
I've never seen it before at a record store in Vegas, actually, last week.
Okay.
And it was a little record shop called 11th Street Records, which I recommend if you're in Vegas. Just a small little mom and pop shop. And I asked if they had a listening station because I was intrigued by this album cover. And they were like, no, but I'll throw it on for you in the store, which I always feel like is a high pressure situation.
Yeah, right.
If there's other people there, you're now in charge of the music.
Right.
Based on nothing but vibes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it could be like a Brother Lynch hung album or something.
I had no idea what I was going to expect. And it ended up being this really kind of cool underground hip hop record that I had never heard of before.
Okay.
Dave, I think you're really going to like this. It's called Ammoncontact.
Okay.
AMMON Contact, all one word.
Okay.
And the name of the record is With Voices.
Okay. Oh, it's on. This person's on Ninja Tune, Kid Koala, and all of those wonderful people.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the name of the album?
With Voices.
With Voices. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And they don't have I don't think they're active anymore. They don't have a Bandcamp or anything.
Okay.
But this is on streaming.
Okay.
So you should be able to find it. I bought the record for like $10 or something, and it's legitimately very cool. Like,
okay,
kind of like experimental. Some tracks are instrumental, and then there's like cool kind of underground rap on some of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's apparently like just like two friends that were only active for a few years in the early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing's really cool.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely check this out. This sounds like it's really up my alley.
It very much is. As soon as I was listening to it, I was like, I think like the first like maybe the first track is kind of like weird and just like experimental, like avant-garde weird noises and stuff. And then once the second song kind of kicks in, I was like, oh yeah, Dave is gonna love this.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it was really, really cool.
Okay. Nice, dude. Yeah. Ammoncontact With Voices. Yeah. Links to Spotify and Apple Music will be in the YouTube description.
Yeah.
Yeah. Along with the episode of Bid Nerds that Ian sullied. Yeah. Uh-huh. That Ian kept and sullied. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm looking forward to listening to that. I'm going to listen to that tomorrow. Yeah.
Thank you.
For sure. Yeah.
Dave, I think we did a car show.
Yeah, we really did. We talked about cars. Yeah. You didn't mention anyone getting fingered, but we did talk about chlamydia a little bit. So, you know.
That's true. Well, but it was
Carmidia.
Carmidia.
Yeah.
Everybody, send Dave vanity plates and selfie-fied Facebook Marketplace posts. 720-515-1391, Apex Adjacent, all the other places. Everybody, thank you. We love you. Goodbye.